Hello, North Michigan. This is David Brewer. Excited to greet you and looking forward to being with you at our Resource Day and annual conference at the end of April, right after Easter. We'll all be still excited about celebrating Good Friday and Resurrection Day and looking forward to what God is going to do in us and through us in our time together and following. Just wanted, for those of you who don't know me, to give you a brief intro about who you'll be coming to interact with. I spent about 20 years in the corporate world and have since directed nonprofits and done a lot of work in and with churches, both the churches that I've been part of and as a consultant and a coach for a number of churches and conferences. I'm married to Rose, who is an ordained elder in the Free Methodist Church, so we've been ministering in Free Methodist churches for about 25 years now. I know many of you. I have recently been directing SEED, Livelihood Network, the economic development ministry of the Free Methodist Church. I'm transitioning out of that to do more teaching and training and consulting like I'm going to be doing with you. I'm excited specifically for the content that we'll be covering during the Resource Day, where we'll start by talking a lot about followership, our identity as followers of Jesus first, before we get into any thoughts about leadership, because our leadership needs to come from the fact that we first and foremost are called to be followers of Jesus. And what does that look like, and what does that mean? And we'll also talk about practical implications for ourselves as followers and for the people in our churches and congregations and ministries as they are followers too. Then we'll also look at the soul of leadership. Who are we on the inside? Let's make sure that we recognize who we are and the positives and some of the negatives that we carry with us as we go about doing our ministry and our leadership. Then at annual conference, we'll have a couple more sessions on biblical leadership, taking a slightly different perspective than you may be familiar with on some of the biblical leaders that we've grown up, that we've studied, that we've modeled our own lives and ministries around, perhaps. And talking a little bit about the next generation of leaders. How do we build things so that people coming up in the faith, as they grow and as they mature, they can step into positions of leadership. They can step into roles of leadership. How do we do that well without causing huge conflict between those who have been in leadership for a long time and the new folks coming up? It's not just a millennial issue. It's not just a baby boomer or a Gen X issue. It's an issue for the whole church at all times. And so we'll tackle that. I look forward to being with you, and I am not a kind of a person who likes to just drop knowledge on you, but instead I want to come in and facilitate a conversation. I want to ask questions that help us to explore together what these topics look like. I hope you'll join me, and look forward to spending some time with you in just a couple of weeks. God bless.